This video is to show you how to use CloudExtend Excel for NetSuite to mass update your list of item pricing matrix. To start things off, I'm going to be building a template for the inventory item record type. And for this template, I'm going to include fields within the header level as well as the pricing matrix sublist. We need that sublist due to the fact that we are updating the price levels for all of my items. So when it comes to building out a template for the inventory item record type, I'm going to select create new records. And it's going to bring us to these 3 steps here. The first step is to select the inventory item, which is going to be the record type that we're going to be working with. All right, and I'm going to select inventory item. So when you add in the fields, you can add in the fields within the header or within the sublist of your inventory item forms. So in this case, I'm going to be looking for some of the fields within the header as well as the pricing matrix sublist. So here I'm going to look for item ID. And one of the other required fields I would need is going to be tax schedule. So I'm going to select that option as well. And now the cool thing here is with this option, you can type in pricing matrix and you can see that it narrows down all of my fields within the pricing matrix sublist. So here I'm going to select currency, discount, price level, quantity, and value. And those are going to be the fields I would need in order for me to update the pricing matrix or the pricing levels and amounts within the price levels for all of my items. If the template looks okay, you can click continue. Click on yes. And as you can see, you can have the option to save it as a template onto your list of templates. I'm going to select that, click on save and enter data. So once this template is saved onto my CloudExtend session, I can now load my existing templates from my CloudExtend session onto an existing worksheet. So now that we have our template loaded onto an Excel worksheet, let's dive right into how we can use CloudExtend to update your price levels for your inventory items. The first thing that we would need to do here is we'll need to download the items into the CloudExtend template. So one method is to use the internal ID of all of the items, load it into column B, and there's going to be an option to reload this and refresh it so it returns the value by using the internal ID. So for demo purposes, I already have the internal ID loaded onto this pricing matrix tab. So as you can see, I have all of the internal IDs from 540 to 550. So once I have those internal IDs for those individual inventory items, I'm going to go to reload records. And now I'm going to select reload records. So give it a few seconds. It's going to use the internal ID to return the values for each of these columns from NetSuite. So once you have that data, you can use CloudExtend to edit and update all of the inventory items and push it back into those inventory item records. So now that we have our items loaded onto our inventory item template, the next thing you'll need to do here is you'll need to filter the price levels to only expose the base price. And the reason why we're only exposing the base price is because within NetSuite, there is a workflow that would calculate all of the other price levels based off of the discounts associated with it. So once you have the base price for all of your items, it'll calculate the value based off of the discount times the base price. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go into the filter of Excel for the column, unselect everything, and I'm going to select all of the other price levels. And I'm going to delete those rows with Excel. And by using Excel delete, that's not going to delete the record. It's just going to delete the rows. So now I'm going to auto select all of the base price as well as the blanks. So once we have this, I am going to change this to base price for these blanks here. And I'm going to also add in a 0 to ensure that we can add a price levels for these items that do not have any price associated with it. For the discount, I'm going to clear that out. You don't need any discounts associated with the base price. And then when it comes to the currency, you want to make sure you add in a currency there as well. So if the currency is going to be US, I'm going to add that there. And when it comes to the other tax schedule, let's fix the tax schedules because the currency is in USA. So let's just say I want to update these to all US tax schedule. And once this is updated here, I'm going to go in and add in a value for 200 for the first item. And then here, let's just say I'm going to add in 100. And then all of these other ones, I am just going to update them to the next highest number or round it up. So I'm going to round these all up to the whole number. So now that we have everything rounded up to the whole number, let's go in and select upload to NetSuite. I'm going to select upload records. And once everything is uploaded by using this upload records, you're going to see in a few seconds that all of these price levels is going to be updated to the new value, and the internal ID is going to return back in green. All right, so now that you can see that the internal ID is green, let's go back into NetSuite to confirm that these price levels has been uploaded into NetSuite successfully. So I'm going to grab the first item here. So it's going to be tables. And I'm going to do a global search for it. And I'm going to select that. And once we're in the item, we're going to go into pricing. And as you can see, we added 200 for the base price, and everything else has been auto-calculated for all of the other price levels inside of the NetSuite item record. So in a different scenario, let's just say that you have a list of all of your inventory item internal IDs. You can actually grab those internal IDs, plug it into the template. So let's do this. I'm going to go into the other template, load it. And once I have the internal IDs here, I technically do not need to reload or refresh that data. As long as you have the internal IDs here and any of the data that you filled out in terms of the values for each of the columns, you can just go to upload and it will recognize the internal ID that you want to update all of these columns to. So once you have all of the values added into the columns, it will upload it back into the inventory item based off of the internal ID. So now that we have the internal ID, let's just say for demo purposes, let me actually just grab the information from this table and I'm going to plug it in here. So once I have all of this, I'm actually just going to revert the prices back to the original pricing. So I'm going to go into here and grab in all of the original price, plug it back into the value column. So the next thing here is once I do an upload, I'm actually going to go into this item right here to confirm that this price went back from $19 to $18.95. So now I'm going to go upload, do upload records, and give it a sec. It's going to return back a green internal ID. And once it returns a green internal ID, that means the upload has been successful. As you can see, the update was successful. Let's just confirm. Let's go back into NetSuite. I'm going to grab this item here and search for it. Okay, so I'm going to grab this and select pricing. As you can see, it reverted back from $19 to $18.95. Another way to confirm that this upload was successful, we can actually go into the history subtab and go to system notes. And as you can see, it gives you a context of who made the changes as well as where it was made. So it's through SOAP Web Services. And then also it lets you know what fields were changed and updated to. So originally it was $19 on the old value, and then now it's changed back to its new value, which is $18.95. This concludes our video on how to use CloudExtend to update price levels for your items. Thank you for watching. If you need further support, please visit our support site at support.cloudextend.io.